It's time!
What's up, my beautiful queens? Let's see. Happy day one of Vlogmas, my bitches. Okay, first off, okay. Hold on. I have to show you this Target set first. Okay, so I'm not feeling very like Christmassy vibes, but I threw on my cute little Target PJ set for you, babes. So it can be more Christmassy for you. Okay, how cute though. Crushed velvet is giving comfort, okay? I can't tell you how many days in a row I've worn these pants. They probably need to be washed, and it's like a little prop moment. Giving I love myself moment, woo! Okay, here we go. What is up, my loves? Today, we are doing mineral mocktails. I'm gonna teach you everything that you need to know about making a mineral mocktail. Why do you need mineral mocktails? And we're gonna be doing a fun little Christmas one too, in honor of Vlogmas, which I had no idea what it truly was until yesterday. So we're here and we're going to have some fun. So hope you are ready to learn. If you are new here, I want to tell you, my name is Sarah Brooke Berg. I am a board certified life coach. I am an Ayurveda practitioner. I am now a board certified holistic health coach, and I'm also a nurse. So all the things gives me all the knowledge, and I'm so excited to share it with you today. Also, you'll find me like smiling and laughing probably through this whole video, because honestly, one of my favorite places to be is to be teaching you. I love to teach, and I also really love to talk. So this is like perfect for me. Okay, so have you ever heard of a mineral mocktail before? I'm sure you probably have, because what I'm noticing in the online world is that mineral mocktails are really having their time to shine, because a lot of people are going sober. And so they're replacing their alcohol with mineral mocktails, which I love to see, okay? I'm actually doing the same thing, mostly because I know like alcohol doesn't really make me feel good. Every now and then I like to have a cocktail. I'm not gonna lie and say that I've been sober this whole year. But one thing that I have always noticed for me is that alcohol has been like a crutch for me. So it's something that I've used to numb my emotions, my feelings, or something that I've used to celebrate. And as much as I think it has its time and place, I also know that there's other ways that I can celebrate and also feel my emotions that are a little bit safer for me and also leave me feeling better. And one of those ways is a mineral mocktail. So I think mineral mocktails are so important, and I'll tell you more about them in a moment. But sometimes when I see people making them online, I'm like, oh, we can make it so much better. There's nothing wrong with the way anybody makes it that I've seen anyways. And you can really make them your own. But I really want to show you how to utilize what you are making and how to make it make you feel better, okay? So why mineral mocktails? Well, I have some notes here, so you're gonna see me kind of going side to side, so that way I don't lose my train of thought too much. Hello, ADHD girlies, where you at? Let's ignite here. Ignite, unite. Unite's the word I was looking for. Okay, anyways, so if you feel like you have issues with like bloating, energy, nervousness, constipation, you feel like you're kind of puffy, if coffee makes you poop and you kind of rely on it, by the way, we're no filter here. You're gonna hear me be real, raw, and as I like to say, authentic as fuck. So I like to cuss. We kind of dive deep. So we talk about poop, we'll talk about periods, all those things. So if that's not your vibe, then this isn't your channel. If you feel like also you're thirsty, even though like you drink a lot of water all the time, you constantly feel like you're dehydrated, your lips are cracked, your skin is dry, If you have a lot of like aches and pains in your muscles, especially after working out, of course, some soreness, right, is normal after a workout. But if you're like really sore, that's an issue. If you have leg cramps, like restless leg syndrome at night, and it keeps you up all night. Also, any skin issues, any sleep problems, even maybe like random muscle twitches. Like, does your eye twitch a lot? These, if you answered yes to any of those things, which I'm sure you probably did because most people do, then you definitely need some minerals. And I'm gonna tell you what kind you need, okay? So, let me pull up my notes here. Okay, so if you're like, okay, hold on, what are minerals? I understand, like, it's hard to kind of grasp, like, you hear it all the time. Mineral mocktails, you hear, oh, you have minerals in your food. Maybe you're hearing a lot about like mineral deficiencies. And honestly, all of that is like super valid. And also minerals like really run your body. So they're important for your hormones. They're important to help signal your hormones. They're important to make enzymes in your body. They're also important for energy. And every cell in your body actually needs minerals. Okay, so I'm sure you've probably heard of minerals before. So probably magnesium is a very big one, common one. Potassium, sodium, calcium. Maybe you learned about these in a basic anatomy course when you were in high school, right? But there's even more like zinc, copper, iodine, selenium, phosphorus, boron, lithium, and there's some more that I'm definitely missing there. But some of the major big ones are magnesium, sodium, potassium, and calcium. And those are the four that we're gonna kind of talk about today as we're making our mineral mocktail. Okay, so yes, do these come from food? Kind of, sometimes, right? But the problem is that there's a lot of things in our lives that are mineral depleters, right? So stress, inflammation, infections, even like use of certain supplements will deplete them. Also like our soil, right? Our soil is very depleted these days. And so we're not getting enough minerals from them like we used to. And even water filters, as good as water filters are, they remove minerals, right? Okay, so we talked about soil. So one of the things that is really important to kind of recognize too, though, is that stress can really, I know we talked a little bit about stress, but stress can really deplete your minerals really quickly. And that is why we want to supplement with mineral mocktails. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about each mineral and why we need them. So starting with calcium. Calcium helps with digestion and gut functions, also helps with the nervous system. It helps with muscle contractions, maintains pH balance in the body, can help with thyroid hormone, helps reduce lactic acid, and also insulin sensitivity issues. So you can find potassium or calcium in a lot of different sources like dairy, dark leafy greens, even sardines. If you like sardines, I love sardines. It's kind of weird. And then magnesium. So magnesium is one of the hardest ones to kind of keep up with in the body, and especially with food alone. We almost always need to an outside resource of magnesium, okay? So magnesium is one of those things that I always say you can't really overdo, but also be gentle with it at first, especially if you use certain forms of magnesium, because sometimes it can cause diarrhea, and that just means you're getting too much of it, okay? Today we're actually going to use a magnesium source that is malate, and malate and glycinate are the best on digestion, so it doesn't usually give a lot of diarrhea symptoms. Okay, so you need magnesium for so many different things. Rest and relax of the nervous system, which is probably one of the biggest ones. Energy production, gut and digestion function, muscle relaxation, detoxification, activating vitamin D, right? You need magnesium to activate vitamin D. And it also is needed for the thyroid hormone to stay in the cell. So if you are someone like me who has thyroid issues, you will oftentimes have more magnesium loss, okay? And then insulin sensitivity as well, okay? So going up to potassium next. Potassium is needed for a lot of different reasons. Helps regulate the blood pressure, maintains fluid balance, regulates pH in the body, sensitizes cells to thyroid hormone, also helps with the nervous system, and also lowers heart rate, and is a solvent mineral, so it helps keep minerals in the solution, and it also allows water into the cell for optimal hydration. Also, it helps with carb utilization, so it's really important because it improves carb tolerance without crazy blood sugars. And then moving on to sodium next. Sodium always gets a bad rap, but it's needed in so many different ways. It is a solvent mineral. It helps regulate blood pressure with potassium, of course. It helps stomach acid production, maintains fluid balance, it's alkalizing, and it impacts insulin if low, and it also supports blood sugar by lowering stress and insulin resistance, right? All right, so now we are going to move into some mocktail recipes, and what you're going to find is that potassium, sodium, and magnesium are going to be in most of these, along with vitamin C. Honestly, with calcium, it's hard to kind of get calcium unless you're going to use like some dark leafy greens or quality milk. So really we rely on those with food sources instead of mocktails. Okay, let me make sure that's everything in my notes. Okay, so when you are making a mocktail, it's always important to remember we want a great potassium source, a great magnesium source, and a great sodium source. So for most of these, the sodium that we are going to use is going to be real salt from Redmond's. Okay, show you that. This is going to be linked in my Amazon, my Amazon, that's what I'm trying to get at. Oh gosh, too funny. And then there's lots of different ways that you can get in potassium. So there is going to be coconut water. You can see any coconut water will do. Powdered coconut water even, aloe vera juice, cream of tartar, or orange juice, okay? As far as sodium sources, I would always use a Celtic salt or a real salt, a real sea salt. So I would not go from one from like TJ Maxx or Home Goods or anything like that. I use a good quality sodium source. And then magnesium source, there is always actual magnesium. Again, make sure you're using like malate or glycinate. Those are a little bit gentler on the digestion system versus something like citrate. So I know there's like Nature's Calm is a really popular brand, but I noticed that like it has citrate in it, and it's always, a lot of my clients experience diarrhea with it. And if you are going to use that one, that's okay. Just start with smaller doses at first, okay? Magnesium is also found in other things, so like small amounts of coconut water, orange juice, and aloe vera juice. And then vitamin C sources are also like all your other juices, so like orange juice, grapefruit juice, lemon or lime, pineapple juice, cherry juice, pomegranate juice, and other fruit concentrates, and even camu powder. I want to show you all the different ways that you can make a mineral mocktail. We have lots of different sources here, as you can see on the counter. And the reason for that is because there's so many different ways that you can do this. There is no right or wrong. I just want you to kind of experience what feels good for you and maybe what doesn't, okay? So the very first one that I want to make for you is going to be one for sleep. And it's also kind of like a Christmas theme. It's red, and it's going to be just black cherry tart juice concentrate. So the only ingredients in this is juice from ripe whole black cherries, and that is exactly what you want to see. The way I like to make mineral mocktails is always having a base. For my bases, I always use like pH water, and then we're always going to remineralize it with sea salt, okay? So water, salt, that's the biggest thing. So from there, you can always use a lot of different teas. So I want to highlight different ways again to do these mineral mocktails. So there's always like a green tea or a matcha tea. you can add a splash of, this is a good way to get calcium in too. So you can add in a splash of good quality milk in this, and then even some sea salt, okay? A way that you can make a tea, a mineral mocktail, is by actually making the tea with alkaline water, putting in a teaspoon of sea salt, and then you can even add drops in, like this one right here. Again, I'll link this in my Amazon link. Trace mineral drops. This can make anything pretty much a mineral mocktail because it has so many different things. It's got magnesium in it. It has chloride in it. It has sodium, lithium, boron, potassium. Yeah, so it has pretty much everything that you need to make any kind of drink pretty much a mineral mocktail. So these drops are amazing. You can also use a nettle tea. I usually do nettle and peppermint, and then I add a little chlorophyll in it as well. Chlorophyll is plant blood. Chloroform makes people pass out, okay? So chlorophyll is what we're using. I'm enunciating that because a lot of people think when I say chlorophyll, they're thinking I'm talking about chloroform. They are very different. So this is the brand that I picked up today. Let's see if it'll, there we go. But there's also a lot of other good ones in there. You can put a little splash of that in there with, of course, your sodium. And then you can even do like an orange slice or a splash of orange juice in your teas to bring in some more calcium and potassium as well. So that's ways that you can make teas into a mineral mocktail. Lots of different fun add-ins that you can do, but also you can look for your own sources, right? So a good source of potassium that you probably have in your spice cabinet right now would be cream of tartar. So you can add cream of tartar in, a little bit of sodium in, and you can call that a win. And you can add that into pretty much any drink, truly. Moving on, this is another great tea mix, especially if you're dealing with digestion issues or you just need to kind of like calm down a little bit. This one's called Mellow Mind. It's a CCF tea. Cumin, coriander, and fennel. CCF tea is an Ayurvedic tea that helps with digestion. This one in particular has chamomile and brahmi in it, which is two great, amazing herbs that are good for your nervous system. It helps calm your body down, relaxes the mind, is perfect for after work or before bed. And this one right here has a lot of other good herbs in it too, like rosemary, skullcap, and lavender, and passion flower. So all really supporting the nervous system, which is a huge benefit of mineral mocktails. So you can make this. Let me show you the bag here. It's called CCF Mellow Mind. This is from Banyan Botanicals, and if you go to their website and you buy this and you type in 15 Sarah, you're going to get a discount on this. Disclaimer, I am affiliated with them, so I do get a kickback from that, but it also gives you a discount as well. So I personally use this brand. I also use it for my clients, which is why I have it here. I have some of their other herbs as well. I love Banyan Botanicals. It's one of my favorite companies. But it's also caffeine free. The way you can make mineral mocktails is with, if you're like, man, I don't really like to drink anything extra. I only like to drink my coffee and water, and I don't like flavored water. Another great alternative you can do is to make your coffee and then add in some non-flavored magnesium, a little bit of pinch of sea salt, and then even cream of tartar. You're not going to taste the cream of tartar, and it's a great potassium source. Another thing that I would like to do is, I'm going to start doing, is using this. This is called Lard Superfood. I love this brand. I've used them before, and they have different ones. This one right here is specifically for hot chocolate, and during Christmas time, I love drinking hot chocolate, but like the Swiss brand, like is just, it's hard for me to kind of get behind it a little bit because it makes me feel like super bloated, and it's sugary, and there's nothing wrong with sugar. But I will say, like, for me, it doesn't make me feel good, like having a big cup of sugar like that. So I'm trying to find other brands, and this brand right here in particular is one of my favorites. I also just started drinking Everyday Dose. Let me grab that. And it's a good way to make, it's mushroom coffee. It tastes delicious. Let me tell you what, my brother-in-law, he is not, like, his diet is very interesting. Let me put it that way. And he actually tried the mushroom coffee, which I'm shocked he liked, but he liked it. He thought it was so good. So this is the brand that I'm using. I have it in a bag because it had a hole in it. But the customer service is divine because they're already replacing the bag for me. The amino acid stack is insane in this. It also has collagen in it, which I love because then I don't have to put any extra in it. One little tip. So if you're making your everyday dose, which I should have an affiliate link for you soon for this, or if you're making a large hot chocolate, you can make this and also make it into a meal. Throw in a scoop of protein, chocolate protein, and throw in, I'm saying this because if you're someone like me who has ADHD or who's plus size, chances are you're probably under eating. And if you want to chat about that, let me know because we could talk all day. But you're probably under eating, meaning that you need more protein. So throw protein, make these work for you and add protein in them. So this one right here has calcium in it. It has iron in it. It has potassium in it. And then also making these, you can add a good source of calcium in there too. So you're getting calcium as well. So you can make these with a little splash of cream of tartar for some more potassium. You can add protein into it. You can add calcium through a good source of milk. And then you can add sea salt as well. So these make them work for you. They're great mineral mocktails if you like hotter beverages. There's also an ashwagandha mix, and this is from Banyan. I'm gonna show you that package. Again, making this with a good source of calcium, throwing in some cream of tartar, throwing in a little bit of sea salt can make this into a great mineral mocktail. And it already has really great minerals in it as well. And it is a way to get some adaptogens into your diet. It's caffeine free, and it's so great for like thyroid health, for energy, for your adrenals. This particular blend has velvet bean seed shatavari, which is amazing for the female reproductive system. It also has burdock root, cinnamon bark, cardamom seed, and haritaki, which are all amazing minerals as well. Okay, we are getting into, so these right here are some of the drops I was telling you about that are great for adding in to your minerals. And we're going to get into the breakdown of our mineral mock. Okay, so off camera, I prepared a little bit of green tea, and then I also cut some really beautiful slices of fruit. We have lemon, lime, and orange. Okay, see? There we go. And I am going to show you now how to make a mineral mocktail. So I want to make a couple different kinds with you. And if I'm being honest, the way I usually do this is I make it up as I go. I see what feels good, kind of like talk to my body intuitively and be like, listen, like, what are we in the mood for? And that's what I kind of did off camera. And it led me to making some green tea. And I have a big cup. I don't want to drink it hot. I'm really in the mood for something iced. So I've got a big mason jar full of ice. Gonna pour my green tea in there, like so. I'm thinking definitely some magnesium. Now this magnesium is, I think it's like raspberry lemonade flavored. And I was like, that actually sounds really good in some green tea. Raspberry lemonade, I love that. 1 teaspoon is the serving size of this. So I'm gonna get my magnesium in there. I'm actually gonna do a little bit less because I definitely don't want to cause diarrhea, and I'm very, very sensitive to magnesium. Okay, I'm also gonna put a little splash of chlorophyll in there. Remember, chlorophyll, not chloroform. See, it is a green color because it's plant blood. Maybe you can't see it. So giving that a really good mix. It's gonna have a little bit of a minty flavor. Okay, so I have magnesium in here, and now we are gonna go for a little bit of potassium. So there's a couple ways I can do this if I want. So there is potassium in the chlorophyll, but I can also do like other sources of potassium. I do know that I want to put some orange slices in there. So I'm gonna put a couple orange slices. I think this just kind of like makes it pretty too. And then I'm gonna put a lemon slice. Okay, and then I thought some raspberry lemonade with a splash of cherry juice would be so good if I can get it open. There we go. Okay, so this right here in one serving has that 559 milligrams of potassium. I'm not gonna go for 8 cups or 1 cup, which is 8 fluid ounces, but I am gonna pour a little bit. Okay, and then from there, if you want a bigger dose of like a bigger drink, you can always add more water. This is a pretty big cup. Also, when I make my mineral mocktails, I actually make them in a Stanley cup. Like that's how much I drink. So I don't like things like super sweet. So like I could just do like 8 ounces of magnesium or cherry juice or something like that. That'd be way too sweet for me. I always have to cut it down with water. So this already has green tea in it and it's kind of watered down, so I'm not gonna cut it out with any more. But this right here would be a great mineral mocktail. So we're gonna give it a nice little stir. And then one of the things I love doing is like shoving down my fruit slices to really kind of like muddle them in the drink. You can also muddle them beforehand as well. I see a lot of like the fancier influencers doing that. Like they put it in their glass and they muddle it to make it like very cute and fancy. And of course there's a time and place for everything. Right now I'm just trying to show you how to make it. Okay, moment of truth. Ooh, that is so good. That's too much cherry though for me. So like if I wanted to drink this, I would definitely pour more water in it. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Actually, maybe not. That is so good. That is so good. I don't know why I'm acting shocked. I knew it would be good, but like, holy moly, that's really good. Also, I want to let you guys know, with these Trace mineral drops, they are a little salty, so kind of be aware of that. Okay, we're gonna move on to our next drink. So that's one way to make a beautiful mineral mocktail that I could probably chug, and I can't really chug anything. So the next one I want to do is just a potassium and a magnesium source. So this is gonna be like our little Christmas drink. I'm gonna put a little sprig of rosemary in it. So you have your potassium, you have your magnesium, and then we're going to add in our sodium source. So this raspberry lemonade, by the way, that's like, raspberry lemonade taste is very slight. In this mineral mocktail, you can barely taste it. I'll make a smaller version here. So that's a 1/4, so I'm gonna do another 1/2. I'm hoping that my sister is gonna drink one of these. She's very, very picky, you guys. So I'm a little nervous. Again, that is very cherry. I don't know about that. I'm not huge on like drinking cherry. I don't really like cherry flavor, but I love cherries. So make it make sense. 1 teaspoon really is all you need of sodium. If you're doing a big thing, 1 teaspoon is good. If you're doing a smaller thing, then I would be a little mindful because you don't want it too salty. I like the taste of like real salt, so maybe you do too. Play around with it. Also, I want to let you know that like if you have any heart issues, be mindful of your potassium and your sodium. Definitely consult with your primary care practitioner. I am not your primary care practitioner. Please remember that disclaimer. I am just here giving you information about minerals. Unless you have hired me and you are in contract with me, I cannot provide you with any medical information. So make sure you talk to your doctor and do what you need to do with that. Also, disclaimer, use potassium sparingly when you are on any type of spironolactone medications or potassium medications. Wow. There's some people that would really love this. This would be like a very good, I'm so sensitive. Oh, to sweet drinks like that. It reminds me of like a sour gummy or something like that. That's literally what it tastes like. It tastes like a Starburst or something sour. So I can never drink it like that. I'd really have to like water it down. Another fun thing you could do is add your alkaline water to it, or even adding like a poppy. A poppy with this would probably be really delicious. And in fact, I'm gonna try it on camera. This is a drink that I made for my 6-week girlies. What was that program that I ran? It was like 7-week restart. Let's see if I still have it on here. I forgot what the group is called. And if they're watching this, they're probably gonna be like, you forgot about us, but I didn't. I hosted a group at the beginning of this year. It was like 7-week fresh start or something like that, 6-week fresh start. And every night we met on every Tuesday, and I always made a mineral mocktail for them. And Poppy is like my secret. This is like one of my favorite like nighttime beverages. Also like cherry tart juice is really great for melatonin. It's natural for like sleep production. Then you add in your magnesium, which is already super calming, and then a little bit of Poppy just to have some fun. And I'm telling you what, it is so good. Now let me try this. That I could drink. Why? It is so good. That is delicious. So again, just another way to make like a fun holiday drink is, I love these Poppies too. They need to sponsor me, Poppy. But this is for healthy gut, and it has like some prebiotics and some probiotics in it. I think it's amazing. I love it. And the ingredients are always so fabulous. Like they have orange juice, apple cider vinegar, natural flavors, lemon juice, stevia. Okay, and then just to finish off this one for you guys, I want to show you how you can make this super cute sprig of rosemary and a lemon and orange slice. Beautiful. All right, so check out. That's my life right there. Check out this beautiful mineral mocktail. Okay, seriously though, come on, focus, focus, there we go. How gorgeous is she? She's so cute. She's a fun gal, fun little gal, promotes sleep, holiday drink. So if you want everybody to leave at your holiday party, serve one of these because they're gonna be so tired, right? Okay, take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook and tell all your friends to come watch my mineral mocktail video. Anyways, this one is so cute. I'm so excited. I'm actually gonna leave it here because I'm gonna use it as like a little promo. Of sea salt. Not too much. A little bit of magnesium, and then we're going to use a little bit of plant blood. Anybody remember that Vine? Was it a Vine or a YouTube? Just a couple drops. Okay, and then we're going to do a splash of pineapple coconut water, which again, I talked to you guys earlier. It's got calcium in it, it has iron in it, and it has potassium in it. I forgot to shake it up. For me, personally, this is another one that I can't just drink pure coconut water. It's too sweet for me. So I'm filling it the rest of the way with water. We're gonna give her a nice stir, give her some ice. She smells good. I think we'll add a couple lime and lemon slices to it. That was an orange slice, not lime. go. Oh my gosh, you guys, she's looking cute. She's giving Christmas meets health, duh. Okay, we'll just muddle those with the glass straw. Let's put a couple ice in it. Okay, now the moment of truth. Also, this would be another one that you could top with some poppy even. And there's tons of different flavors of poppy. Let me show you what she looks like. Using my adorable Era's cup that my sister got me for Christmas because we already opened our Christmas gifts. So she's giving cute. Okay, she's muddled, she's stirred. We have our potassium, our sodium, our magnesium in here. That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. It almost reminds me of, I love that pineapple in there. That lime, actually another lime would be so good. Ooh, she's a good gal. Why am I saying this? Why am I talking like this? Oh my gosh, it's reminding me of, I keep wanting to say pineapple upside down cake. It's like a pina colada. Oh my gosh. You could blend this, by the way, you could blend this with some ice and some collagen and some more like big pineapple chunks and make it a mineral mocktail smoothie even, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this series. A very long Vlogmas on how to make mineral mocktails. I hope you learned something. I hope you learned why you need minerals, why mineral mocktails, and a great, maybe fun, sober way to enjoy yourself this Christmas while still having a fun beverage. Let me know what your thoughts are. Share this with a friend, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas. I love you so much. Bye.